Peace family, welcome back to the page. If this is your first time viewing me, I am No Firm Foe. Currently in the study of metaphysics. All my social media handles pretty much No Firm Foe if you want to go check me out. I'm also an artist, different forms. Whatever form, this is artistry to me currently. Like, this is art. The study of metaphysics, which is also alchemy, which is the study of what we are at core, carbon, and the different forms of carbon. Oh, this is Sage, by the way. This is one of my new ones. I got it from, you can get these from like a smoke shop or something. I used to go to smoke shops. They have some good ones if you find a good smoke shop. And they don't just have backwoods and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you can actually get some important metaphysical things from these smoke shops and things of that sort. I get some nice posters. It just depends. You go in and find something you like. This one actually has, looks like sunflowers on it, so it's actually like, oh yeah, that was cool. It's actually like the soul, you know. So that's what we at with it. Basically clearing the air. If you don't know what sage do, it basically, I know I do have some, you can't always, gotta go back to the beginning sometimes with people. Sage is basically a natural herb that is currently used to ward off certain spirits and negative spirits. And you know how I like to start it off with my current events. We're gonna open up correctly. Peace to all the guys, and I get ahead of myself sometimes. Peace to all the guys and goddesses of the planet. Peace to all the kings and queens. Peace to all the princes and princesses raising at a high vibrational level. And even those who not there yet, which we're gonna get into the current events, and I'm gonna explain myself on that, you feel me? But yeah, this just to help clear the air. And you know, even if you looking at the video, you know, it kind of clear your air. Let's clear you up, you feel me? Peace, I say. Gonna sit that to the side though, and let it kind of do its thing. Just had to give it a nice little start, nice little beginning. But essentially, we're gonna start off with, like I said, the current events. And this came to me this morning because, you know, that's how the spirit works. I needed some motivation today. So I was scrolling on, I think I was on Instagram, you feel me? So I'm on Instagram, and then some girl, she posted that she was trying to like do some hair today. So like, essentially I'm like, I don't need my hair done, but I'm finna get a haircut anyway. So I was like, why not get it all done in one day, you feel me? I'm trying to, even though you can't always get it done in all one day, it's one of my off days I took off. So I'm just like, I'm trying to do as much as I can on my day. So I DM Shawty, I'm like, what's up? Cause I was out last night, cause like I said, I know I was going to work today, so you know, I went night on the town, you know, I just went out trying to enjoy myself and things of that sort. So yeah, I DM Shawty, I'm like, what's up? You know, I'm trying to get my hair done and stuff. I think it was like 9 o'clock. I probably ain't even go to sleep till probably like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock type stuff. That's just me on a normal basis anyways. But usually I sleep in till about 12 o'clock. So I ended up waking up, which they had DM'd me before, cause like I said, I'm an artist and stuff, so I would always post and they would, you know, send me some feedback in my DMs, like keep going and stuff like that. So essentially, they know me, they be watching my stuff and things of that sort. So I fall asleep, cause I'm like, all right, by the time I wake up, they should, you know, be ready, their time should be cool and all that kind of stuff. Tell them while I'm asleep. Tell them while I'm asleep, I wake up. Shawty done goddamn turned up in the DMs. I just turned up for no reason. She was like, whatever. She said the B word, but I ain't gonna say it. Well, she was like, whatever, bitch, you DM me phone pocket watching and all this time. So I'm like, what is you talking about? I DM'd her back like one time. I'm like, what is you talking about, shawty? Like, I'm asleep. Like, I literally was asleep, and it's just like, Cause I was gonna let them come over here, and essentially that's how the spirit worked though. Like some stuff not meant to be. That's why I have to burn my sage, clear my air, clear my space, because the spirit do help you out. You know, like I said, I was sleeping, I was having like some little intuition visions of people just trolling online, and like so you definitely have to watch. Like online right now, it's a lot of trolls and it's a lot of people with these I'm real, like it's a lot of these fake pages and fake stuff going on. Cause even earlier during the week, somebody was trying to DM me through social media, and they just like sometimes your intuition just be like, nah, this ain't it. You feel me? And it's just like that's what's going on right now. So definitely, but you should always be cautious, no matter where you at. Even if you have a strong aura right now, which my aura is so strong that it's kind of warding off a lot of these low vibrational energies. And that's essentially what's happening. I'm like straight to the point with a lot of stuff that's going on. Just like I don't really got time for it. It ain't even getting close to me. Like my aura field is so big right now, and I think that's it. They was in Katie, like it's pushing. It's that far away to where it's just making sure that I'm protected at every level. I go everywhere by myself for the most part. I don't need people around me. Last night when I went to the event by myself, this one guy started, she was like, you here by yourself? I'm like, yeah, essentially, yeah, I am here by myself. But I'm not at the same time, because it's stuff that y'all can't see that's here protecting me, you feel me? I don't really need no group to go nowhere. Just know to stay out the way, you feel me? Because it's a spiritual battle right now. And the spirit, I do a lot of spiritual work to where these spiritual entities and things of that sort are way more, you know, protective. That's my secret service, you feel me? But yeah, that's what we at with it right now. And on a more positive note, even though it wasn't too negative, because it didn't get there, but like I was just basically getting to, it's just like your energy and your aura is not letting a lot of these spirits get to you, and your aura field is warding off a lot of these negative energies to where you don't have to do nothing. You sit back and relax. The law of least resistance, you know. So you don't have to do. That's how I've been feeling lately, though. And like since like Juneteenth, which was the other day, because it's the 22nd today. But since Juneteenth, I've been like, I'm hands off. I'm doing it as least amount as possible, and it's essentially working. Essentially working. The person who meant for you gonna always, you know, even last night, I was chilling, just vibing, still ended up, you know, collecting what I needed to collect out the building, if you know what I mean. Basically just, you know, talking to females and things of that sort. I mean, that's what we go to parties for at the end of the day. I'm not there to do, you feel me? I could do a lot of that stuff at home. Like, I could drink at home and all that. I'm not there for that. So, what I wanted to get to was, because I do live in Texas, so it's a lot of these people talking about a lot of these tornadoes and stuff that's down here. But essentially, these tornadoes is not in like the main places where a lot of the black people are, because these tornadoes and things of that sort, which I might insert a picture of this tornado, I mean this thunderstorm that was finna hit this, I think it was headed towards Louisiana, but it looked like it had a face on it, had eyes on it. So these tornadoes and things, they are entities. They are being controlled by these entities, or basically us in a different form at a different high vibrational level. So it's not going to necessarily harm people who it's not supposed to harm. Like if you living right, then it's not going to harm you. It's only because the one that did hit on June 2nd, it hit a town that had a population of 713 people, but it wasn't no black people there. It was only it was no blacks. It was mostly just white people and Mexican white, or whatever you want to call it. Because that's what it's targeting certain places, and it's targeting certain areas that need to be warded off right now. Like they already have a low population, and the population is only decreasing because we are taking them out at this point. You know, and it's doing it in its own way. Just know that wherever you are is holy ground. You could be at a party, but before that building was essentially whatever it was built over is built over our land. And by our land, they want to say everyone came from Africa and things of that sort. But the indigenous people that were here, the natural, which I am Indian also, but I am that I am at the same time. I am everything. We are the gods. We are the demons. We are all of that. You feel me? Because Lucifer and the devil was once an angel. You feel me? And we are the angels. So how can you can't hate on your brother? You feel me? You gotta understand him from a different point of view. He didn't want to bow down. You can't make somebody bow down who don't want to bow down. So essentially, he created this plane that we are in, created all this physical. So if you appreciate any of this physical, just know that you are essentially praising the devil and this Lucifer that came down, which is not a bad thing because it was still created for a reason, and we have to, and like they said, 2/3, this is how I think about it now. If 2/3 of the angels came down here, that's over more than half of the angels that came down. So whenever this fall happened, it really was the rise, you feel me? Like Bobby Hemmings say, it's like turning an hourglass over. What was at the top is now essentially coming at the bottom, and now the bottom is the top, you feel me? It's kind of like the, what was that one show called? Basically that plane, the upside down plane. That's kind of like where we at right now. But essentially, this is the new heaven, and it's the new place to be. It's like if everybody at the party go to a 2/3 of the party, twist scenes and go to a whole new club. That's the party now. The party that was, it's kind of dry now. It's boring. It don't have as much energy in it. It's a whole different scenery now. And just know that. And lately, I was gonna say this anyways, but that's how the spirit work. Like the new tool you want to have is purple, and they want to get you away from. They want to get the males away from these specific colors because they know that it's high vibrational, and it can kind of ward off a lot of the negativity that's going on just by you seeing it with your retinas. It's bouncing back into your brain and it's reflecting back into your brain, putting these high vibrational colors into your brain. So you want to be working with black and purple, right? A lot of black and purple. It's gonna be, which the purple is for your third eye anyway, so it's gonna be essentially helping, helping you build up your third eye and helping you do what you need to do in the actual physical plane. They want to get you away from this black magic. Anything black, they saying that it's bad, but this black magic is what it's your powers. And we getting our powers back. I've been seeing a lot of videos circulating, people flying, and a whole lot of stuff happening right now that they want, that's not on the mainstream, because I noticed when I even reposted and things of that sort, a lot of people don't want to see that. But anybody who don't want to see it, they can go ahead and unfollow me anyways, because it's coming back regardless if you're happy for it or not, if you believe it in it or not. And like even the black people, person on the corner with a 40 in their hand, he just as much entitled to, he have the black dot just like you. He going to the heavens too. He gonna survive this too. So you can't even knock him, or he living how he wanna live. And when we get back to our powers, we gonna be able to fly, which I've been seeing that. We're gonna be able to live underwater, which people are currently doing that right now. You're gonna be able to turn to these spaceships that they see in the sky, these spaceships. That's us. At another form, in another high vibrational level, we can actually turn into these things, these different, it's kind of how they showed on the backpack. The backpack would turn into these different forms. It would turn into these things to be able to help you. And it's kind of showing you a little bit of your powers in cartoons and things of that sort. Go to other planets, which we do that all the time. Sometimes I be going to other planets and all that. I done seen the spaceships. I done seen me helping these people on these different planes, helping people, It's like you never sleep. We have this energy that never sleeps. It only manifests into different personas because you, like I said, it's restless. It's kind of like the universe. When the universe created us, it basically went into a slumber. So this so-called God that they want to say is above, even they say we call ourselves gods, which I'm kind of switching minds up. I'm kind of getting into that demon form, like, hey, don't play, you feel me? I'm done with all this sweet, putty, friend, buddy stuff. Like, I'm not on that type of time right now. I'm on some you play, you lay type stuff. Like, get out the way. Like, I'm not playing with nothing, like, essentially. I'm at that point to where it's just like, and then what time it is, like, we got to get back on our demon time, you feel me? And not so much in the so-called Christianity form of what they want to say a demon is, but like I said once before, one man God is another man devil. So you have to essentially look at it like that. The people who you praying to are really suppressing you. If not, then why? They've been praying to these so-called Christian gods for so long, and why are people still broke if we praying to the right people? You mean? Why? They want to keep on praying to the same person, but they not helping, they not listening to you. These are, you praying to people who not even helping you, which is kind of tough to hear for some people, but hey, it is what it is. I'm on a different path right now, and no past experiences is finna stop me from getting on my new path. So a movie you want to go look at is Demon Knight. Demon Knight, DEMONNIGHT, and it had Jada Pinkett in it. It's a great movie. I looked at it and it's just like, it shows you these different, that the person that you think is essentially helping you is the person who is essentially harming you. And it's gonna paint the picture for you, because Lucifer is simply the light bringer. He is able to bring, they said Perseus and all this came from the heavens with the light, brought it down to the earth so that we could raise ourselves up. This serpent, we can raise ourselves up to not so much go back to the heavens, but create a new heaven to where we at, because heaven is simply the grounds is where you stand. This is the new heaven. All we gotta do is raise it up to a certain vibrational level, and it's gonna be glowing, it's gonna be doing all these certain things that it need to be doing. And we from the God realm, so we are essentially gods wherever we at. This is the new realm of the gods. Just know that. And the sooner more people realize it, the quicker we're gonna be able to make the transition and switch parallel universes, because whenever we got on this different thinking path, that's what creates the splits of the universes. And then it's been a lot of people going missing at the jobs. They don't know where they at, but you have to have this high vibrational level at this point to be able to withstand the pressures of what's going on, or you're gonna essentially be pushed to the side. Because even one of my co-workers, they were saying that the place that I work at, they said they can't get another one like it. Like, we donated the most, we do the most in a positive manner. And it's just like, it's so fast paced though. And if you can't keep up with that fast pace, then you essentially get, like I said, washed to the side. I've been having some strong intuition dreams where essentially I done seen some crazy stuff this past like week or two. It's been like crazy Matrix stuff going on. Like, I've been seeing a lot of futuristic stuff to where they have these, because all it is like showing me behind the curtains. The curtains is being lifted, and you're able to, when your aura field, when you actually projecting and doing these things that you're trying to do, you are essentially going behind the curtains, because let's just say this is the physical body is what you presenting to the masses. Whenever you go behind the curtains, you seeing the details of what's going on. You seeing behind what they don't want you to see. They have where they could go into the future already. They're just not essentially presenting it to us. And people are actually going into the future like they showed in Back to the Future. You know, they put it right in your face. Essentially, they've been doing this since the 90s. You feel me? They've been doing it that long, but they're not going to necessarily present it to us because they know that it can, you know, cause catastrophic events and all this. But what they're able to do, they have these, when they go into the future, they are hunting down certain people. They go into the future to get these people who essentially will do powerful things. That's why a lot of people just end up coming up missing. A lot of people get passed away because they know what they're going to do in the future, because they are able to go into the future. When they go, they have these, let's say in Futurama, they had the person head and it's talking. So when they have this head, that's essentially what they have when they go into the future, because they're looking for that person. Why do you think they have his head? You mean? Because they're looking for him. They went into their time, did what they had to do, brought their head back, and, you know, did what they did with the head. So they have these, like, it's a 3D head too. It ain't no flat head. Like I said, if you ever seen Futurama, you know what I'm talking about. They have President Nixon head in the jar, and they have all this kind of stuff. Because what they essentially do is go and they replace that person with who they want to be there. That's why you can have Sleepy Biden, you feel me? The person who is sleep and don't have really no emotions. You can kind of tell because they don't really have no emotions. And when they be doing stuff, they just kind of, everybody else at the party clapping and doing everything else. He the only one in the whole zombie land. Like, he not even really there, you know? So they kind of put it right in your face. It's just up to you to believe what you see. Like, trust your eyes. How would you feel to you was at a party and this is this person who just seemed like they was a zombie mode, you feel me? Not there, but not really there, you know? So it just all goes into that. It's just I have been practicing this, when I hate saying, you know, it just kind of irks me. Since I have been practicing this retention, essentially, it's this form that you can, it's just this mutual that you can perform while you are having, because you made this far in the video, you know, you're gonna get into the good stuff. So when you are practicing these retentions, for males at least, because essentially males are the only ones who lose nutrients and things of that sort during, you know, intercourse and things of that sort. So it's this mutual called Yaninara, which is basically you, instead of losing your energy, you're able to make the energy go back to your brain. Because even when you put your nutrients into a woman, it goes to their brain, you know, it goes to their, it basically gives them those nutrients to their brain. That's why women have this strong intuition, because over time we have given them so many of our nutrients and things of that sort. I'm not saying that's the only reason, not necessarily, but it is a reason why. And it's kind of just, that's my theory I just said right now, because of what I just been, you know, researching and doing my own research. And when experience talk to me, I'm basically like a tool for them to speak through. And the more I kind of present it, the more it comes out. And that's my current theory, because like they said, even when you give feedback to yourself, it goes to your brain. So if you give it to somebody else, it's built to swim up, because it's an actual energy. It's a high vibrational energy, and it goes straight. It's an energy that creates life. So just know it's naturally going to go up, because that's what it's naturally going to do. So when you put it into, like I said, a female, it goes straight to their brain, straight to their third eye. And that's why they can have this strong intuition over time. They have built up their intuition to be even stronger than ours. That's why this woman's intuition is so strong right now. Or it has always been so strong, because they've been doing it, because we haven't been practicing. Not enough people have been practicing retention and practicing these things they need to practice. But as a lot of this metaphysical information is coming out of England, because we know the history of England, and we know the Queen of England and all the stuff that they have over there. They have so much of our metaphysical information. And just know that, like I said, even with the retention, everything is something. Don't think that you just, that's why you feel so drained whenever you give them the energy, because you gave them all your high vibrational energy. But once you do this certain mantra with the Yani Nada, you can look it up. It's basically like it's these pressure points in your body, just like it's a certain pressure point that can press and you can automatically just fall out. It's automatic, they call it I forgot what they call it necessarily, but it's a certain point that you hit in somebody's body that can automatically make them turn, they can gonna be out of there straight on to the next paradise with it. So just know that, I want to say, and you can look it up yourself, Yani Nada. You can probably look it up on YouTube, and it's probably going, because people have been talking about it, but they never said the word. It's only talk about what's essentially happening, and it's basically, like I said, I didn't explain it enough. But you want to go into this amenta, which is the deepest part of your subconscious, and like they have programmed so much into your amenta that you have to go in there and scramble up everything, because even in these different, parallel universes, this is one of them that they have manipulated the most. The other ones is more free. I can just tell, because I go to a lot of them and I'm able to fly, but it's all up to your mind. Because the mindset you have here, you take with you there. So if you using that mindset here that you can't fly, you can't do all these things, then even when you go there, a place where you can do what you want to do, you're not going to do it, because you have been programmed to not do it. And you just have to have that Superman effect and have that Flash effect to where you actually think outside the box, and you have to actually know that you can do all these things. I know even thinking, you have to know that this is your powers. You can, like I said, you can fly, you can live underwater, you can turn to a spaceship, you can go to the other planets, and much more. All the essentially what you see in the physical is things that are internally in you. So who you think gave the cheetah its speed? Who you think gave the hawk able to see so far distances? The owl can see at night. The lion strongest in the jungle, that roar, that voice. Who you think gave these animals their powers? We did. We programmed all these animals. And that's the first thing we did. We named them all, and we gave them all their shape and their form. That's the first thing we did. And I said that the man did that when he came here. He gave the names to we named every animal here before a woman even showed up here. So we projected out these powers that we have so that we can visually see them, so that we can learn from them. Yeah, that's why I've been, even the Kung Fu Panda and all that, it showed you these different animals being able to do these certain talents. But that's just essentially what we could already do. That's why the panda was a form of all of them in one. He was you feel me? Because he had that showed him as big, but fat is not necessarily, I'm going to say fat, but, and the best probably terminology. But when they show, even up in, I think it's Big Buddha. Yeah, the Buddha, he like the big one. They don't necessarily saying he was fat or anything. They just showing you the type of spiritual energy that you can have. It's like the aura field around him was big. You feel me? So sometimes to paint a picture, they have to paint a picture in a certain way, just so certain minds gonna be able to, break it down and think of it how it to be thought of. But it's just that. And just know that the holy ground is where you stand. That's very, very important right now, because people always want to be somewhere else, and you are at where you're at for a reason. You just have to use it to the best of your ability and be able to see through the fog, see through all the stuff. Because like I said, even with all the temptation around me last night, the most I had was probably some 2 shots of liquor and The other one was free. It's just like, here you go. Because they know what path I'm on. It was good deals on the smoke. Don't get me wrong. I think they had 7s for $20 and stuff like that. Like, good deals, good temptation. I will give it the devil that. It had some good temptation there, but nothing was breaking me. And like I said, liquor is not really one of them things. Even though when I woke up this morning, I couldn't remember none I had dreamed of, but my focus is on remembering it and stuff. And like when I actually focused on remembering it, came right back and I was back in it. And like I said, Shawty had tried to do that. That didn't faze me none. Straight delete it. I ain't worried about it. What people be wanting a lot of time is a lot of your energy. And I be trying to just push out I ain't even trying to push out, and I'm just not gonna feed you none of it. Essentially what I was actually giving people, I'm not giving it to them no more. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta protect your energy. And shoot, if somebody don't respect it, then they gotta just catch the rap for the demon. And that's what I'm on. Like I said, demon time. Like, they better stay out the way. Like, I ain't trying to push no positivity, but like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not no negative person in general, which negative, positive is only an aspect of who looking at it. Like I said, one man's devil is another man's God. So like I said, when you look into these things, the person who the Christians, which had us enslaved for so long, why would they push you anything that's gonna help raise you up as you being a slave? Why would they give you anything that's gonna help you? If anything, it's lowering you. You praying to their God. They God pushing you down. You feel me? So you need to go to the brother who they don't like, because that's necessarily the person who is on your side. Or who they didn't like in the Bible, the person who they didn't say the most up in there, who they rather wanted to say, Lucifer, the devil, these persons, these entities. Because let's just say you went back in time, and even right now, let's just say a bleach bottle has a skull on it, and a water bottle is cool. If you go, but you know that you trying to purify something, you trying to make it more pure, you going to use the bleach. You just know what to do with it. Now, if you go 100 years in the future, 200 years, 300 years in the future, and somebody so happen to find a bleach bottle in the dirt, they going to think that it was something. If they have a certain aspect of what a skull is, they going to say that it was, they going to try to clean their whites with water, knowing that it ain't going to get it as pure. It ain't going to give you that pure white that you were doing. You're going to have to use the bleach. You can mix it with the water, but you got to know that the bleach is the more powerful energy force, and it's going to get it the more purest. So look at it in a different aspect, because you have to think outside the box with a lot of this stuff, because you have this inside the box mentality that the Europeans have gave us, and that's not even their real names, but that the Caucasians have gave us. And think of a way that you necessarily would have thought back in the day, or whenever we had these powerful energy, because they can't even remember. They still don't know to the day how the pyramids got built. They still can't. They ain't came up with an official way, and they're not gonna ever come up with it, because they can't think to that vibrational level. They can only think up to a certain level. But with that being said, family, I'm gonna get up out of here. I did not plan on this video being that long, but that's how the energy works. Like, I feel like I've been recording 5 minutes, but it's been 33 minutes. And with that being said, peace to all the gods and goddesses of the planet, peace to all the kings and queens, peace to all the princes and princesses. Until next time, family, stay up, stay strong. Ashe, ashe, ashe.